Last trading week was marked by the market speculation about the pace of the Fed's monetary tightening. The week ended on a positive note as the employment data in the US showed the robust state of the labor market. This allows the Fed to raise the rate by as much as 50 basis points at its next meeting. Find out more about the foreign exchange, crypto and commodities market in our video review. The US dollar showed a minor decline of almost 0.25%, judging by the US dollar index, which measures its value against the basket of 6 other major currencies. Investors' optimism is limited due to inflation running at 40-year highs and a slowdown in the manufacturing activity recorded in the ISM report for March. Yet the quote of the US dollar keeps moving higher amid a risk on sentiment due to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Last week, there were signs of a slight improvement on the geopolitical front. This background helped the euro to reach its monthly high, although it failed to stay there for long. By the end of the week, the euro gained 0.61%. Investors are still worried about accelerated inflation. It was reported on Friday that consumer prices in the eurozone have reached their peak levels, thus posing a threat to the European economy. As for the British pound, it's still holding near its lowest level since November 2020 against the US dollar. This happened due to the change in rhetoric of the Bank of England, although the regulator has raised the rate already 3 times this year to pre-pandemic levels. Yet the inflation rate staying at its peak in the past 30 years forces the Bank of England to continue monetary tightening. In the crypto market, Bitcoin showed no notable changes. The price of the digital asset stayed near the levels where Bitcoin opened the week, between the support of $42,000 and resistance of $48,300 per token. Many crypto enthusiasts are inspired by the fact that amid the global trend for the de-dollarization, major market players will finally view Bitcoin as a new reserve currency. Over the past week, oil lost 10% of its value, showing the biggest pace of decline since April 2020. Thus, BRENT was trading at $104 per barrel. A drop in prices came after Joe Biden announced a decision to release 1 million barrels of oil per day from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserves for the next 6 months, starting from May. At the same time, the manufacturing activity of one of the world's largest energy consumers, China, has declined recently. Due to the lockdowns in Shanghai and Shenzhou, the industrial output has noticeably decreased. Gold also depreciated by the end of the weekly session. On Friday, the precious metal closed the trade at $1,925 per 3 ounce, having lost around 1.6%. However, gold surged on Thursday, making its strongest quarterly gains since the middle of 2020. Continued fears about uncontrolled inflation as well as the conflict in Ukraine boosted the demand for safe haven assets. You have watched Combat review of forex, crypto and commodity markets on InstaForex TV channel. We wish you profitable trading with InstaForex and see you soon.